Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Tonight, the 29th, 30th. Thursday be the 1st of August. If I'm not mistaken, I think Thursday. Yeah, today the 29th, the 31 days this month. Tomorrow is Wednesday. No, Friday. That'll be the 1st. Somewhere up in there. The 1st will be this week. Whole nother month. 8th month. Gone. 7th month. Gone. August the 1st will be Friday. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. July 29th, 2025, Tuesday. And I said this before, that people are snapping, right? If you look around, there are things that's happening that people are doing that were unheard of at one time. And I'm thinking, maybe it's the economy, times are hard, people struggling, and people are on edge, right? That's what I'm chalking it off to, blaming it on. The economy, hard times, struggling, stress, worry. But I'm seeing some strange things happening that I've never, this is unheard of. And I think this is bigger than just my opinion. This is bigger than just people struggling and people losing their jobs and what have you in the economy. This is bigger than that. This is deeper than that. What I see people doing now, we've been having hard times throughout history. Financial struggle, bankruptcy, losing your job, homes, and what have you. That ain't nothing new. But people didn't behave like they're behaving now. So I think it goes deeper than just the economy, just who the president is or isn't. It's bigger than, I just don't like you. It's even bigger than that. The things that people are doing now are so strange and weird and out of just natural order. People are doing things that are out of natural order that was never heard of at one time. Check this out.
Get out! Get out!
Breaking tonight, terrifying moments caught on camera. An 18-year-old woman admits she just killed her grandmother while confronting a neighbor.
Jalen Lupton is accused of beating her grandmother to death with a mallet Saturday in Irvington. And tonight, the neighbor who got caught in the middle of the madness is sharing her chilling story.
Our Claudia Nichols just getting back from speaking with her. And Claudia, this was an emotional interview.
It was, Lanice and Cameron. Cheryl Edwards told me she's been friends with Diane Trest, the grandmother who was killed, for almost 10 years. She says she couldn't believe it when Diane's granddaughter tried to force her way into her home and admitting the unthinkable.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Just as I step outside the door, she's coming up my steps. And she says, I need help. I just killed my grandma. I killed my grandma. And she shoves me. And I said, no, wait, you're not going in my house. You're not. And I shove her back as hard as I can. And she falls down right there at the door. I grabbed my mop that you see there. And I started hitting her with my mop. And I said, go, get off my porch.
This horrifying video captures the moments 18-year-old Jalen Lupton confesses to a neighbor she has just brutally killed her grandmother next door. Investigators say a mallet was found near the 71-year-old's body. Cheryl Edwards recalls the terror on Saturday night when Lupton attempted to break into her home on Beverly Road in Irvington. Edwards says after the first encounter, Lupton returned a second time.
Just as I get to my door, she bams it with her shoulders and stuff and busts my door. My door frame was busted open, everything, and knocks me down on the floor. She said, I need your keys, I need your car. I'm like, you're not getting that car. You're not getting my keys.
She says when Lupton wasn't able to get her keys, she ran out into the road and was almost hit by an oncoming vehicle. Edwards says she followed her outside and flagged down the truck, telling them what had just happened.
They said, what's going on? I said, she broke into my house. She pushed me down. She kicked me. I said, she said she killed her grandma next door. She said she killed Diane.
Edwards says she's lived next to Diane Trest for almost a decade and was heartbroken when she learned what Lupton told her was true. Diane was dead.
Diane was a God-fearing, loving woman. She went to church on Sunday. She went to Bible study. She helped with, school.
She says she had never seen Diane as proud as she was the day Lupton graduated high school just a few months ago.
Diane was so proud of her because she says she's going to be the saving grace for my family.
Lupton is charged with murder and burglary. She had her bond hearing today. She's on a $380,000 bond. She was also granted house arrest and an ankle monitor. Lanice.
In the words of Marvin Gaye, what's going on? That right there ain't got nothing to do with a bad economy. That right there ain't got nothing to do with who the president is. That right there, the grandma was just proud of the same young woman just graduating not long ago. She just graduated school, doing good. The grandma was proud of her. From that to this, what's going on? And that's not the end of it. Be careful out here, ladies and gentlemen. Something very strange is going on. And I'm sure this is not just happening in my little old hometown. If it's happening here, in the land of Southern hospitality, the South, the good old South, where everybody say, good morning, good evening. How's your grandma? How's your mother? How's the kids? Well, we still speak to each other. We still hold the doors open for each other when you come in and out of the store. That's happening here. It ain't got a damn thing to do with the economy. People can't find a job. She was 18 years old. She ain't tripping off that right now. She just graduated high school. But wait, there's more.
First, we want to start with breaking news tonight at 5. Police say a 14-year-old was shot in the chest. This happened in West Mobile.
And it happened on Shaw Street. Our Claudia Nichols live at the scene tonight. And Claudia, what's happening right now?
Well, Lanice and Cameron, most of the law enforcement actually just left the scene, but earlier today there was a heavy presence of law enforcement. Several of the Mobile Police Department vehicles were parked along this gravel road right here behind me. Now, this all happened around 2:15 p.m. just a few hours ago. Police say the 14-year-old who was shot in the chest was found near Shaw Street. Officers say the juvenile was taken to a local hospital, and video shows the ambulance then leaving the scene. Earlier, officers were looking through a wooded area behind a trailer, but right now it's unclear exactly what they were searching for. At one point, there were at least 8 to 10 MPD cars out here parked along the gravel driveway. Now, I also just spoke with a few neighbors who tell me this area is usually very peaceful. They say it's quiet, and they were shocked when they heard what happened. Now, the condition of the 14-year-old boy is still unknown. We're still out here working to gather more details and information. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting live in West Mobile, Claudia Nichols, Fox 10 News.
Now, they left out who actually did that to the 14-year-old boy. More information was released later about who did it. Can y'all guess who did it? Who shot the 14-year-old boy in the chest? Time's up. His brother. His brother did it. People were shocked because they get along. Like, they couldn't understand why. It didn't make no sense. They wasn't bickering and fighting amongst each other all the time. They got along. They was always together. You know, brothers. He was 14. And I'm going to say this, as I said before. I think I said it yesterday. This ain't the economy. This ain't, people can't pay their bills. Those are children. They ain't got no damn bills. They ain't worried about no economy. They ain't looking for no job. They ain't behind on child support, back taxes. None of that. But what they do have to deal with, same thing we got to deal with. We battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places. My theory, my belief, or my observation, y'all can call me crazy, whatever you want. I was saying people are snapping not long ago. I think it's bigger than that. Could it be possible? As we see the world spiraling into chaos, as we see people behaving in a way that makes no sense at all, could these people be demon possessed? Are people possessed now? Is this a spiritual battle we're dealing with? As we see time speeding up, is that a sign of what's to come? Time is moving. People are crazier and weirder and acting out and behaving in strange, unusual ways. Your grandma? Your grandma. You gonna do that to your grandma? And then run out the house? Didn't look like it was no narcotic, but the mind wasn't there. Like she was being controlled. What's going on? But that's not normal. That's not your run-of-the-mill financial difficulties. All of us dealing with that. I'm dealing with that. The majority of y'all dealing with financial difficulties, trouble with the economy, and all the stuff we dealing with. Ain't none of us doing that because of no damn economy. But if we are doing it, could it be because some got up in here? Some got up in our spirit and had nothing to do with what's going on in the world. We all going through it right now. How many of y'all just did that to your grandma? And if you did, don't tell me. Go tell the cops. Call the cops. Look at everything I'm dealing with. Everything you dealing with. I, nor none of y'all that I know of have done anything like that because of our current circumstance. That ain't enough to make you do all that. No matter how hard and what I'm dealing with, ain't none making me want to go do no harm to nobody, especially my own family. My brother, my sister, my grandmama, which they already gone, but you get the point. Lost my contract. Once had a thriving business that's gone in the tank. Once was financially on my way up, That's come to a screeching halt. And I don't want to do all that to nobody. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I got haters come on here every day, trolling or what have you. I don't want to do nothing to them folks. I still don't want to do none of that. Not even to them. So what could make you want to do that to your own family? The economy? What could make you want to do that to your grandma, your brother, your sister, your mom? The economy? Trump? Kamala? Democrat? Republican? No. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, evil and wickedness, kingdoms, and high places. Could it be that the demons are being unleashed upon mankind as time draws near to the end? Could it be? I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. I'm asking y'all, what do y'all think is going on here? This ain't normal. We've been having hard times since we've been here. We ain't been dealing with no shit like this. And that's just only 2 stories. There's plenty more. YouTube probably wouldn't let me put all them goddamn horror stories on here of what just going on right just here in Mobile. And I'm sure y'all probably hear about it in your own hometown too. Stuff that make you say, what the hell going on here? Something ain't right. And it's bigger than just the economy. Be careful out here. Be careful around everybody, even your own family. You don't know what the hell is this? I'm talking about your own family who you cool with. I'm talking about we good. We ain't got no beef with nobody in my family. Me and my family love on each other. But what the hell is this? Those people that wasn't in their right mind. You got to be careful around everybody now. Or their spirits bouncing around in the people. What's that movie? The spirit jump out of one. I think Denzel was in it. Anyway, with Denzel and everything, but it was a spirit to jump out of one body and then another body, make them go do something, and then they jump out and go into whatever. Tell me the name of that movie. But are we dealing with some real life shit like that? With these evil spirits just jumping in and out of people? To where people doing stuff that they would normally do, they all out of character, they ain't high, they don't even get high, nothing. Around here, running, bamming in the doors. Like on a movie. Be careful out here. Keep your head on a swivel. I ain't telling you to live your life scared and living in fear. I'm just saying be careful. Something going on. And I don't know what it is. But I have an idea. I can't prove it, but I have an idea. These people are possessed by wicked spirits. It's just my theory. It's damn sure ain't no economy, because we dealing with the economy and we ain't doing all that. So it ain't that. Something else going on. I know plenty of people that do, little stuff and whatever. They ain't doing all that either. I've done it all my life up until the end of the 90s I stopped. But other than that, I've been doing, I ain't did all that. Plenty of y'all out here getting down on the get down ain't doing all that. So can we blame it on that? Throughout my life, I done dealt with some of the worst addicts, seen and been around the worst addicts you can imagine. I ain't never seen no addict or nobody under the influence do that. Drunk, whatever. So it's bigger than just, they was high. It's bigger than that. Something ain't right. And I think I got an idea. I could be wrong. All I'm saying is be careful. Get it, got it good. Bye.